This is Marek Sadowski. Lab1 solution video will demonstrate how you can create Cateura server and the application. First, we will create the server-side Swift application locally and then on the cloud. In the second step, we'll connect to Hacker News and we analyze Hacker News with natural language understanding service. So let's start with brew Cateura service. When the resources are ready, now we can brew install Cateura or brew upgrade Cateura if you have done it before. When it's done, we can create our first project. And we need to Swift package init executable this project. So now we have the basic files, and we are going to edit our first file, which is responsible for bringing us all the packages. So over here we are going to add the package. So the simplest way is to just uncomment the package and replace the package URL with our address. So it's a github.com/ibm-swift/cateura.git, and we are going to use library from 1.7.0, and we are going to add this Cateura dependency over here. So when it's done, we can now work with our sources. So main file, as you see, it's just a hello world. We are going to add import Cateura. We are going to add our router, and whenever someone types router dash, we are going to issue this command. So we will respond with this text whenever someone is opening our site. And then we are going to add HTTP server on port 8080, and that's all. So let's build. So our application is built. Now we can run the command as it's shown over here. So I'm just going to copy over this link and let's run it. Now we want to accept the incoming requests. We'll open our browser and we are going to put address localhost 8080. And we see our response, hello world. So that was the step one. Let's now move on to step two. So we are going to open our console. And over here we can find, in catalog, we can find the Cateura service. Then we can easily create Cateura service, giving it a name as we want. So for example, 2018-Cateura-lab1, we are going to work in a US location, and we are going to create the service. For following the step 2 recommendations, we can start with downloading a command line interface. We are going to need it in the next step. So installation is pretty simple. Just double click on the downloaded package, and that's done. We can now move on to step 2 and clone our repository that we are going to use. So we are going to see and add a small change. So in the file, whenever someone is putting a dash hello, we will add our text, which is hello from this course. So we are going to push it, but first we need to log in to our API. So we are going to select the APIs that are shown over here. So I'm using Cloud Foundry command line interface, so CF login instead of Bluemix login. We will use Bluemix command line interface later on. So after issuing the command CF push, our application is being pushed to the environment on the cloud, and it takes some time to provision the service. Whenever the service is provisioned, you just need to put the link that was provided there and add dash hello, and you should get our prompt from the lab. That finishes step 2. So now we are ready to go to the step 3, which is working with Hacker News natural language understanding pattern. So we are going to copy the repository. So we are going to clone it. After cloning the repository, we are going to follow the steps that are described here. So first step is using the services. So we are going to create the services for our application. In this case, it's a natural language understanding service. Again, we need to start over with our credentials. So the first step is using Bluemix API login. And if we need to, we can update our Bluemix command line interface. After installation, we can log in. I am using a federated ID login, so using SSO, and I'm going to get a link to obtain the one-time passcode. Alternative way is to use just login and password if you don't have the federated ID for the account. I'm using one of the accounts, which is my own, and I am going to now work with the application. So we are going to use the target over here. Okay. Next step is to run the services. Now when it's done, we can push it. Our application is getting ready, and when the system is provisioned, we can see in the dashboard that Hacker News Natural Language Understanding is running. You can visit our URL, and we'll see our links to articles that are provided by Hacker News. So let's see one of the articles, and you can see concept, categories, entities, emotion, sentiment, and keywords. And that finishes our lab number 1. Thank you.